question to any little kid or girl watching this who's dreaming to have the same path as you. What kind of tips would you give her, or even to yourself as a younger kid? Would you like? Is there some tips that you can give that little girl?
Oh gosh, I think the main thing is to not give up. You know, be realistic about what you want to do. Because I don't want to encourage you to keep, like never give up if what you're doing is completely, unrealistic. But, for me, myself, I'm the kind of person that likes to be, appreciated. And, sometimes it just doesn't come. Like I said earlier, you just got to keep going. That's what I will say. Is you have to keep going, you have to adapt, you have to not be afraid. You just, if there are opportunities, you gotta just go for it, even if you think, nah, this might never happen or whatever. And yeah, sometimes you gotta prove people as well. Don't get caught up in the fact that, like, I shouldn't have to prove myself. Like, sometimes people just need to see. So I would say definitely it's possible. You can take the arts and make a business out of it. You can make a living out of it. You have to be smart about it. You have to definitely, make your presence known as well. And like, I started going to like different business events, and even though they would kind of almost laugh and say, oh, being a dance studio owner, okay, that seems like fun, like maybe we should come take a class with you one day. Like, that's what I would get a lot. I had to keep, and eventually they saw. So yeah, I think if anything, I would go with my mom saying, like, no, you have, yes, you can get, don't have expectations, don't be worried about what other people think, because I think that's the biggest thing. People are like, oh my God, and I didn't have that. I was so focused on the need that I never even, like, thinking back now, I'm like, my God, people must have been looking at me like, oh, the audacity of her to start a studio, and like, what is she thinking? And like, people that may have been in the Toronto community might have been like, well, where did she come from? And like, who does she think she, because I mean, now it's very much connected, and there's a lot more all ages things that we can now participate in. So now myself and the community, like, we're close, we do a lot of things, but just to think what they might have possibly even be thinking, like, but I never amused myself with that. I never spent any time on that. I just did it. Obviously I had to look at the finances, and okay, I had to sign a contract with this lady at 17 or 18. Like, I had to think, like, can I do this? And man, I had to hustle. I had to hand out flyers like crazy, right? Because it's like, oh my God, I'm renting this space. Like, now I need my students. But you know what? I hustled, and I tried, and hey, I had 18 kids sign up, and and I kept at it. And once people see the good that you do,
they see that you're serious.
Right, it grows, and you're gonna get supports, and bigger people and bigger things are gonna see what you do. But yeah, just to stay the course. Don't give up if you have adversity or haters. Don't let that get to you. And definitely don't spend too much time thinking what other people are going to be thinking, or be afraid of fear and rejection. These are all things that are way easier, said than done, because I think you also need to accept that those are feelings that you're going to have. You can't be angry at yourself for being a little bit scared or thinking a little bit about what the general opinion might be, because that's natural. That's human nature of yourself. And I mean, if you're smart to a certain extent, you do kind of consider, every action has a reaction. So you do look into it. I used to personally get angry at myself, like, I know I shouldn't be afraid of this. Oh my God, I am. Like, I guess that means, like, I'm not right. Like, so that's what used to be to me, until I realized, like, I'm a human being. Like, sometimes I break down, like, I think there's a great song by Christina Perry, I think is her name, like, Only Human. And it's so true. Like, sometimes the negative feelings do get to you. And there's absolutely, you're human, it's gonna happen. But don't beat yourself up about it. Don't be like, oh man, I let that hater get under my skin, and then be like, oh, I'm a failure, like, I can't block people out, like, I'm always gonna be thinking what other people are thinking, like, it happens sometimes. So be okay with that, and then just be like, the next day, you know what, I'm gonna do better, I'm gonna try better, and that's all you can do. Like, I feel like throughout all my life, like, I've always just tried to do my best at anything that I did, and I found that's just really served me well.
Yeah.